Irene and Mary T. I've been looking forward to this today. This is going to be really fun, I think. And we just got some nice colors of cardstock out that I think will be nice blends with our Love Under the Sea collection. So, in fact, I didn't even know I had this one. I must have known I had it. I knew it at some point. I just no longer knew it. That we actually have that tropical bay paper in something called cranberry zing. That's actually a glittery metallic sort of cardstock. So that's fun. Let's go ahead and put it on my hands, and our fellow crafty friends should be joining us soon. I'm going to work with the 8x8 paper pack today. Hi, Glenn. Okay, so when I look at this, I see two cards just like right off. I see a 5x7 right here. Oops, I gotta loosen this back a little. I see a 5x7 right here, and I see a DL card right here. So I think that's where I'm going to start. I think I might start with a DL card and work our way out from there. Our idea here today, excuse me, is that we're making Valentine's, early Valentine's, romance-related cards in December and prep for our Valentine's holiday in February. But that's going to look good, I think. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in here. This card is right at 4 wide. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece of paper to 3 3/4. I'll just barely catch the edge of his boot. That's okay. This one will be our next card. So I have this one says, "Put your lips on me and I can live underwater." I don't know that we actually have to have that sentiment on here. We might cover that up. Let's see if we want this pretty red behind there, or if we want the white. The white actually looked really good. Let's see what the red looks like. Red looks really nice too. Maybe I need some sentiments, that's for sure, based on that one. These are kind of snarky comments. They won't fit the theme of our day at all. I have to look at my other stamps here. Let's see. What do I want to do? I really do like the way that looks on the white. Sometimes you just don't need to push it. Sometimes you just should go with what works. I think we're going to go with what works and go ahead and put this right onto the white because it's beautiful. What's our high today?
50 high. It's currently 49. It's going to get to 41.
Okay.
Get a little bit of rain. today.
Well, 50 is pretty good. I'll put this topper right on here. I'm going to see if my paper pack might have any greetings in it, or if I'm going to need to come up with some. Let's just dig through these pages and see what we have. I don't remember there being greetings in them. I do know I'm going to want some of these cutoffs to cover up the boot. Oh, there's some beautiful papers in here. I see a bunch of deals I want to make. Some more cut aparts in different tones. No sentiments though. Okay, so the answer to that is no, I do not have sentiments. Would you look in our folder and see if you see some like Happy Valentine's Day sort of sentiments in either gold or silver, please? And I'm going to cut out some kind of a piece to kind of lock his shoe here. I have one jellyfish over there, another might look good here. I also have a really nice little seahorse here that's going the right way, I think. Well, he might not quite fit there. I think maybe we'll go with this blue jellyfish right here. I giggled when I saw the "Now You Can Think of Me All Year Long" on my calendar, Glenn. Yeah, sweet. Now, I am not going to try to cut around all these tendrils in this jellyfish. I'm simply going to kind of round them off.
This size.
Oh, that's nice. And I can change the colors of these. That's actually a good one. Thank you. So that would look okay. It would look nicer if this were light blue back here. Will you get out of that pink bag? I think is my my pencils. I need a colored pencil to make this background blue.
Dark or the light case?
I don't care which. We'll find out which one's which. I don't know which one's which to start with. It makes it difficult to answer. Yeah, these are fine. go. I thought these would be fine. But where's all the blue? There's green, there's some blue. I just need some light blue, I think. Let's just see if we can color this in enough to make this not show quite so much. A little blue tint to it at least. I kind of take some from brownish tones to at least a little bit blue, so they'll fit in on our background a little better, I think. So that's good. We got that. Okay. Put this over here in case we need it again. And I think that we will I'm just going to glue this right down here. Hey Glenn, I've been quilling an 8-inch 3D Christmas tree. I'll show you my progress. I'm not finished with it yet. I'll show it to you when I'm done too, but I'm kind of excited about the way it's going. It's pretty good. Okay. And now, do I want just some white? I think I might just want some white on this background. I think I have a little piece of white here. There's a little piece of white. So, this one, I wonder if I should be using something besides Valentine's for this one, actually. Because there's nothing about this that says Valentine's Day. This is just a nice ocean scene. So, I think that I might need a different kind of sentiment for this one. As long as I started with my Valentine's, I at least have one now that's ready to use. And let's see what I have in other greetings here. Thank you's pretty. Happy birthday might be nice. Let's get some good ones out here. It's a happy birthday too, a little different one. Best wishes. There's little greetings. I have lots of them here. Wow. Congratulations. Get well soon. They're a little small. I can take them off of there if I need them. Do you like that? Happy birthday, though. Probably don't want Merry Christmas on here. Those are all Christmas. Okay. So, let's see. Let's take a little piece of this white. And I do think this holographic birthday would look really pretty on here. Let's take one of the more square ones. A little less formal. And let's make a little tag out of it. Hi, Doris. Hey, guys, this is our new friend, Doris Stanley. I met Doris on Etsy and then have been chatting with her on the phone. I think you'll really like her. She's an all-around crafter like the rest of us and just the nicest lady. So, welcome. Good to have you here, my friend. Okay. We're actually working on Valentine's with the Undersea Love, but I started with this piece that really has nothing whatsoever to do with Valentine's Day, just has to do with a nice underwater scene. So I'm starting with this one. I'm making a mess out of my work area as I go, but you'll get used to that. I'm going to cut this happy birthday down a little more. I want to border it in red, and it's going to be a little too big the way I have it right now. Okay, so let's try this. That's going to look good. Let's put some glue on here. So as you guys know, we're out here in Oregon. Maybe some of you could tell Doris where you are. We always love to have new friends on Doris. Yeah, that's going to look good there. I didn't like the sentiment at the top of this card, so we're just changing it up a little. I'm going to put a few foam squares under it and make it dimensional. We've been meeting here. The crafty friends have been meeting here online, Doris, for about 3 years. Different friends come and go, but there's kind of a core of people who's been here all along. Hi, Diane. Good to see you, friend. Okay. There we go. I'm liking the way this is coming together. Let me see if there's anything else I want to add while we're at it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just so I'm not adding just one thing, I might want to put another little piece of something here. Oh, I do like that idea. What if we put one of these little seahorses? Let's figure out how to get at it. Maybe put one of these little seahorses up at the very top of our card to the right of the greeting. I'm just going to rough cut it out to begin with, and then I'll cut it out. Up on this shelf up here, honey, I believe there is a jar of blue stones, gems. Could you see if you could find that? It's on one of these, and it's about this tall. It's a jar of gems. Okay. So, I don't want to spend all day cutting this out. So I'm not going to go around to all the spines in the seahorse. Thank you. Perfect. I'm just going to kind of rough cut around it. But I think it'd be fun to have another element on our card. So oh, one more thing. Would you please bring over the quilled Christmas tree so I can show it to Glenn?
Half-finished tree.
The half-finished tree. Then I'll show it to him again when it's done. I got so upset by our unwelcome visitor yesterday that I just spaced out getting my newsletter done when I got offline. We had a very rude man join us yesterday. Doesn't happen very often. Our friends online are usually so kind and so sweet, but every once in a while we get somebody we have to chase off, and that I need the other pieces too.
What other pieces?
There's pieces laying on the table. Glenn, here's the beginnings of my quilled Christmas tree. And oh, that's right, you do quilling too, Doris. I remember you saying that. Bryce is bringing the other pieces. I left it unassembled on the top because tonight, whoops, don't want that. Tonight I'm going to put my lights on it, string my lights around in my Christmas tree. These are, I'll still have some remaining. It's distracting, isn't it? We'll turn that back off. I'll still have some partitions between these where it lifts these additional layers up, but you can kind of see where I'm going. And then I'll make a gold star for the top of the tree that comes up from here. And like I said, I'm going to work these little fairy lights in and around. It's going to be a job because I got a great big old long strand of fairy lights, but this is actually fairly open in the middle. So I think I should be able, between using both hands, to kind of work my lights in and around the different branches to get my lights strung in there. Then I'll have to decide whether I'm going to put any ornaments on it. Oh, we want to give due credit to this pattern was done by Ali Bartkowski, who is the owner of Quilled Creations, and this comes from her Quilled Christmas book. We have those in stock if anybody's interested, but Ali Bartkowski actually created this tree design. Isn't it fun? So I'm having a really good time doing it. That's what our quilling class has been up to the last couple of weeks. Now, what did I do in my excitement to show you my tree? Where did I put my seahorse I just cut out? There he is. That won't be fun at all if I lose my seahorse. There is, like I said, Doris, that comes from the book Quilled Christmas. And we have that available in our store. That book is now retired, but when I saw it, I loved the book. We've done several beautiful projects out of this book, and I've enjoyed every one of them. So when I saw how much I enjoyed the book and the ideas presented, we kind of stocked up on these while we could still get them. And now they're out of print, but we still have them. And it's a gorgeous book. Here. Yeah, I like that on there. And that just kind of adds something. Now we're going to go ahead and put some gems on. Gems of all sizes in this little jar. And let's see what we can find in here that's going to be good for just some little bubbles coming up in our scene. I think we want a few of those. Not too many. I'm not trying to distract, just trying to kind of create a fantasy world. I think 5's going to be just about right. And there are some bubbles printed onto the paper we could use if we want to as guides for where to put the stones, but we don't have to use theirs. It's completely up to us where we put them. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you lost that book. Well, when you're ready for it, I have it. It's a beautiful book. Sorry you lost it in a tornado. That's terrible. One of the good things about living in Oregon is that we seldom, very seldom ever have issues with tornadoes. We have had them, but they're few and far between here. Put that in the wrong place. I want to clear up here. Let's put this little one. A whippersnapper for sure. Okay, there we go. There's card number 1 from our Love Under the Sea collection. I like that with the little stones and the sea life. That's fun. Let's see what else we can do here. We have another one. And we have the mermaid and the sailor kissing underwater. That's more Valentine-ish. Well, look at this one next. I think that's going to require a 5x7. Let's see if it won't. Glenn says, don't worry, Diane, I'm on harem patrol. Okay, let's find a 5x7. Oops, that's a 6. A4. I think that's what he's trying to infer. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut myself a background piece. This time I am going to use the red, and I'm going to make this 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, making sure I'm cutting it glittery side up, because I just want a little border around this. Yeah, I like that. I like that with the white and then the red. That's going to be pretty. And then we'll cut this one down to fit inside. So I think this is going to have to get cut to 6.5. 6.5 by 4.5 would be my guess. Just a little under 4.5. Oh, that's perfect. 6.5 by 4.5. I like that. Yes, it's going to look good. All right. Okay. Have a little swig of meal here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my layers down. I'm liking the way this is happening. A little glue here. That looks good. All right. On Saturday, Doris, we are going to be making pansy cards. And if you guys remind me, I'll show Doris some of our pansies here in a bit. I'll get a couple of cards done out of this pack first, and we'll talk about pansies. Okay. Now, I think we are going to want, our Happy Valentine's. So let's bring that back in. Whatever I did with it. Moved my stickers out of the way. I think we want our Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm thinking we might want to color this Happy Valentine's Day. So let's try a fun color here. I hope this isn't too close to the same color. If it is, we might have to put it on a backing. You can take your peel stickers and you can make them all different kinds of colors by using your alcohol markers. Don't do it with a water-based marker. Water-based will never ever dry on this vinyl material, but an alcohol marker will make a perfect sticker. I'm going to do one in a slightly different color and try it. It's green. It's actually kind of a lime green. I didn't expect it to be quite so limey, but it's pretty. It might actually be really good on here. So I'm going to color one green and one blue, and then we'll see which one I like the best. But the alcohol ink dries really nice and stays on your sticker. Just gives you all kinds of choices. So, let's see. I'll let that dry just a second. Alcohol ink dries pretty fast, but it never hurts to give it a minute. I'm going to get a little fish here. I'm going to put a little fish on our card too. Because why not? Why would we not want a little fish? Our card's pretty open at this point. Oh no. Oh gosh, he has RSV again. I'm so sorry, Diane. That's terrible. I understand that stuff can really be wicked. I don't know if they can give the preventative injections to kids. I don't think it's tested for kids, just for us old folks. That's terrible. But we will definitely take care of that. Say some prayers about that. Poor little guy. A little fish, kind of looks like a clownfish here. I used to have aquariums for years. We had aquariums. I started out with a 5-gallon one and then ended up with a 10-gallon one, and eventually ended up with a 10 and a 20. And I had them for years and years and years. My little angelfish were like the size of a dime when I got them. And after 10 years, they were like this big. I have a piece of advice to give you about angelfish. You know, it's always hard to lose a friend, but it's even harder to flush a friend and then the friend messes up your plumbing. So if you get a fish that big, do not flush it. Just a little tip from your crafty friend. Yep, don't flush a fish that size. It was hard enough to lose him than have him mess up my plumbing. Was just adding insult to injury. Yeah, I made this blue one in a tone that it does show because it's metallic. I think we can get away with it. But if it weren't for the metallic, I think the tone would be too close. And you'll still be able to see that a bit of the alcohol ink will rub off on my fingers, but you'll still keep the alcohol ink on your stickers really nicely too. I think I like it down there okay. It still really shows because it's metallic. Okay, and now I think we need to add some of our little jewels. Let's see what we can come up with. I really need to come up with a better way to do this so I'm not constantly picking them up and putting them back in that container, but it is what it is, guys. I'll put about 5 of them on here too, I think. Angelfish will grow to the size of the container that you put them in. I mean, I'm sure they max out at some point, but mine was a good 4 inches. And yeah, it was too big for fleshing. This I know with certainty. I had those fish when we got married, didn't I?
Yep.
I had a cat named Gizmo who was so sweet and gentle. She loved fishing in the fish tanks, but Gizmo was declawed and she couldn't catch anything. She just loved fishing. The fish just kind of looked at her, and unless she happened to get a drink and one swim right into her mouth, she was never going to catch a fish, but she did love fishing. Yeah, those daycare germs are not good for grandmas. So we all know that the mermaid and the sailor fall in love with each other. Uh-oh. It's very funny and very tragic, Brenda. Do fish sleep on their sides? There we go. Card number 2. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. There's some beautiful papers here. I even have a whale on one of these. I do love whales. I love this one. This one where the mermaid's looking at the pearl. Isn't that pretty? That'd be a good one. These would be good ones for smaller cards. Let's just look and see what we have, though. Here's a bigger one of the angel looking at a pearl, or the mermaid looking at a pearl. Could almost be a DL card if we... There's our mariner. I love these parrots. These parrots are fun. Let's maybe do the parrots. I like the parrots. I was pretty proud of my fish tanks on the whole. I had not had fish before. I was pretty proud that they lived as long as they did. I had fish that were more than 10 years old. I used to have a fish tank in my bedroom, and it was like a night light. If you ever have trouble sleeping, boy, was that a beautiful way to go. Just watching those fish and they'd drift off to sleep. It was wonderful. Not going to have any too much room here. That'd still be pretty to put some blue behind it. I just have the tiniest little margin around there. I'm also going to trim my card just a little bit because I suppose I could trim just a little bit more on the side. I don't want to cut off too many of his feathers. I think that's still going to definitely give the impression we want. There we go. All right, let's line this with blue. This is pretty. We don't have blue in the glimmer paper. We'll put on some blue and just regular cardstock. The darkest things. I've clearly left the cap off of my tacky glue to where it doesn't run for me. I gotta do a little minor surgery on my bottle here. Come on, let's go.
Maybe tape.
Well, I could tape it. Just had a different plan in mind, and it's not. There, you could dig out the glue for me, and I could use this.
No.
Let's get a paper towel and one of the pairs of scissors off the table and just kind of scoop it out. All right. He still is at 41. Hey, my kids crack me up too. Jordan and her dogs are back. As you know, Jake's out at sea. He's on a submarine somewhere in the world. We don't get to know where, but he's out to sea and will be for some time. And so Jordan gets lonesome being up there in Bremerton by herself, so she comes down and hangs out with Dad and I, which is great because we enjoy her company. When she comes, she brings her dogs, my grand puppies. I asked Jordan once when she was going to have kids, and she sent me an ultrasound of puppies in the womb and said, "You have grand puppies." And to this date, that's still her answer. Grand puppies. I have big grand puppies and a little grand puppy. Gypsy is about 70 pounds. She's a Catahoula spotted leopard dog. And Kid is a mixed terrier of some sort. He's about 35 pounds. He's about the same size as Teddy, but Teddy's got much, much longer legs than he's got. So he's got the weight on Ted, but Ted's got the height on him. They're a pretty good combination together. Oh, that's really cute. I like this. What kind of a card should we make this one? We've made a happy birthday and a happy Valentine's. What do you think we should put on the parrots? Aren't they pretty? Look at that. I just don't think I want to do a whole lot more to that. Really enjoying it. Might put just a little, thank you, Bryce. Might put just a little stickles on just for interest. So we have uses. I have a grand kitty and a gram puppy. A grand kitty and a gram puppy. Does the kitty come to visit you too? I'm sure the puppy probably does. Just curious if the kitty comes too. Bryce and I used to go and see his parents, and his cat was used to traveling with him. And I'll never forget, we took Tasha down there. She was a Siamese cat. And beautiful Siamese. Big, heavy girl. And we had Frosty, who was our American Eskimo dog. And Frosty wasn't always very well behaved. Frosty really thought it was quite fun to chase the cats. And we were working with Frosty, trying to get Frosty to stop doing that. When we went down to see Bryce's parents one time, and we took both the dog and Tasha, the cat, with us. It's just as not wanting to run for me. We took both Tasha, the kitty, and Frosty, the dog, with us. And Tasha, Bryce's parents had a great big old tomcat, big guy, that was used to pretty much ruling the roost around there. And here we came with this white puppy. First of all, he wasn't at all happy we were there with the dog. But he saw that dog chase Tasha. And it's almost as if he said, "Now watch this. I'll show you what we do about these dogs." That big tomcat jumped on that puppy's back, rode that dog all the way to her kennel, and wouldn't let her come out. He just sat there at the top of the kennel and wouldn't let her come out. He said, "That's how we take care of dogs." And that's the last time Frosty ever got away with chasing Tasha, because Tasha learned from that big tomcat and became pretty good at swatting the dog down personally. I don't want a lot of stickles on here. I just wanted a little bit to kind of highlight this. This bottle's being a little difficult. It's just not my day for bottles, I guess. Just want a little bit of...
Yeah, I should lay off the bottle.
Got to lay off the bottle, Bryce says. And, keep using my pen in it to try and clear it. It was pretty fun to watch Tasha take care of that dog from there on, though. Because, like I said, we'd done our best to try and convince the dog that chasing the kitties was not a good idea. But there was nothing quite like the lesson he learned from the tomcat. After the tomcat, there was no more tomfoolery and chasing the cats. When we got married, I had an adult female cat too. That was Gizmo, that liked to do the fishing. And she was not used to traveling and did not think getting in the car was a good idea ever. So she would stay home when we went to Bryce's parents, but Tasha went with us. It didn't take Tasha long to teach Gizmo what she had learned from Tommy. the tomcat. There. I like that. Took me a while to get it on there, but I really do like that.
Irene's granddaughter trained her puppy not to bark because they lived in an apartment.
That would be good. You want to come and have your daughter train Teddy not to bark?
Gypsy.
And Gypsy. Yes. Bryce was on the phone with Bob's doctor today, and Gypsy and Kid and Teddy all got going. Okay, what kind of card do we want this to be? Shall we? This might be a good get well card or best wishes. What do you think? Anybody got an idea what you'd like to see? I know we all use the most happy birthdays, probably. But thank you's nice. Thank you might be good on here. I think I have a perfect place for thank you on here.
Doris likes the addition of sparkles on the card.
Sometimes you just need a little extra something, don't you? Just a little.
Diane voted for the thank you card, so she's
Oh, good.
Doris suggested a friendship card. Irene, thinking of you or thank you.
Thank you's really nice because one parent's kind of grooming the other. Isn't that pretty? That's beautiful. I need to hand this one off to Bryce so I can't put my arm in it while it's wet because I inevitably do that. All right, let's see what else we have here. There's beautiful pictures in this set. Let's see what we want to use. We also have some great cutouts left too. Well, I still like this one. Oh, I love this one too. Here's another beautiful DL card right there. Maybe a DL here. And, oh, I don't think we can quite get it. Might be able to get like a 4x4 out of this other part. Let's try that. Oh, this is pretty too, though. Look at this one. I want a DL from here. That's gorgeous. Let's do that. A DL card, in case you're wondering, is a 4x8 card. They're common in UK. I like them because so often you can use the border pieces to make a DL. It just looks so nice. I'm going to come over just enough to probably cut off the, I don't know if I can get over far enough to cut off the, maybe I'll come over and I'll catch the jellyfish and trim a little of this extra edge. That's what I'll do. Oh, orange, huh? Grace is suggesting orange for the back of this one. We'll see. It actually looks quite pretty. Let's try the dark red just for the sake of argument, though. Let's just try it just to see. I think the orange kind of takes over a little bit. What do you think, Bryce? So what is your suggestion? I think the orange kind of takes over a little bit. But the red is...
I thought the orange made the seahorse pop out.
Okay, we'll do the orange. Bryce wants the orange. The cameraman gets his way sometimes. You know, I didn't have to throw in the qualifier. Okay, so we've decided we want to keep this. I need lights under my trimmer. I used to have some batteries out there. There, I could steal the ones from my bulbs, but then I'd have to, oops. I can actually get 2 cards out of this by trimming that there. Okay. So we're going to cover our card in orange. Oh, look. Coral color, coral color. I like it. Orange. Really brings out the seahorse. You got a unanimous approval for your idea. Come on. This might be a good get well card this time. It'd be a good birthday for anybody too. There we go. Finally, I get glue. Making a mess. Let's see what we get here. Well, I don't think it matters which side we use. Sometimes cardstock's textured on one side and smooth on the other, so I always have to look and see what I'm going to get and what I like the best. I think I like the smooth on this one, so that's what I used. Fastest way to face a card is just put your cardstock on top and then trim around the outside of the card. Looks like I need to trim this just a tad at the bottom.
At the bottom?
Yeah.
Trim the card?
Yeah. This is not going on quite straight. I'll also check that out. It's possible it's folded crooked. It's possible I just put the paper on a little crooked. Yeah, that's what it is. You have a little bend at the bottom that didn't look quite right. I'll do a little tiny bit of repairs. This card was not folded exactly straight. So I'm going to trim off my extras, make that look better. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit off the bottom. Oops. And let's see what we get. Now I have a little snag there I need to clean up. I can't win for losing.
Sharma?
Hi, Sharma. Ciao Bella has some beautiful papers. Really, really beautiful. Yeah, I'm liking the way that's looking. I still think, do I need a little more off the bottom? That looks good. And I had to stop cutting on the card and cut on the topper. I like Ciao Bella and I like G45. I haven't forgotten. I'm going to read the story of the Little Prince, and then we'll see if we decide to do that. We'll read the story in class, and then we'll make our cards when we know what the story's about. Because it's a European thing, but the papers are really cute. So I think we should understand it. That looks great. Look at that pop. That looks really good. Okay, you guys were right. All right, birthday? Or, let's see what else we have.
Greece suggested let's party since it's School of Fish.
Party. I don't know if I have a let's party. It's a great one. Celebrate. Get better quick just because for you. Hello, I love you. Live, love, laugh. Just a hi. Just a note. Make a wish. Just because with sympathy. Doesn't look like a sympathy card to me. We still have the beautiful thank yous. And I still have happy birthdays. Just a note. Love it. Get well. It would be a really good get well card. I have to agree with that. It kind of just a note. Best wishes. Let's see if we can find that get well. It's just a little one, but I think it'll be okay because it's get well, get better quick. Let's do that one. I do think it would be nice with the bright orange because it's just a bright cherry kind of. If you're wondering where you can get these stickers, we have also one of the better selections of these stickers that you're going to find on the internet. We get them from 5 or 6 different companies. These I'm using right now happen to be Dazzle's Tiny Words, but it's not quite straight. Come on. If you don't push them down, they're very repositionable. Fortunately, as I keep dropping it. There we go. Get better quick. Let's put a few bubbles on it, and I'd say we're pretty much done. Happy fish would make anybody happy. I agree. Let's put a few bubbles on. Pearls would be good for the bubbles too. That's a good idea, Irene, to save those numbers. Okay, let's put a good sized bubble at the bottom. Glue bottle again. Lots of bubbles on this card. I'll put one over here. Another jewel hanging there. It's stuck between my fingers. And put another one here. Maybe one down here by this fish. I think it might also be fun now that we got our stickles moving to put a tiny bit of stickles on the jellyfish. Not a lot, just enough to make him glimmer a little bit. Oh, that looks good. And maybe just a little bit on the seahorse too. Trick with stickles is not to overdo it. Get enough to add an accent and not enough to take over. I'm going to do this angel here, just to outline her. Let's see how we look. Let's see if we Oh, good. We're still there, I think. You guys still see okay, right? Can you guys go ahead and give me a yep, everything's fine? And then we got a little bit on the seahorse there. And that just add a little happiness to that. That's good. Okay, thank you guys. All right, table, please. All right, let's see what else we got. You can have Jordan come over and shut me off when it's time. That one was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. I love it when it comes out just like you picture it in your head, you know? So many beautiful images left. It's just hard to pick what we're going to work on. Maybe we should work on this one. So many pretty ones. This would be fun too, to do a DL down here. I think we'll do the mermaid next. This would be a great thinking of you, isn't it? This is going to be a great thinking of you. So let's do that this time, thinking of you. Don't we have one of those? I think we do. Just because, with sympathy, I love you. Thoughts. Live, love, laugh with love. Just a note. I think I have more than one of these. There you go. Happy thoughts. just because thinking of you, I think thinking of you is going to be perfect for this one. And we'll have to decide if we want this to be a DL card. I'm almost tempted to make it a DL and then put our words on a sticker and put it up here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make that a DL card. I don't know why DL is just the order of the day today. They just look good to me. I most often, Doris, just for your information, I most often make European size cards because a lot of the products we sell in Hunky Dory and other brands are European card types, and the DL cards tend to match nicely with them. So that's what we do. Jordan just took over for Bryce. Say hi to Jordan. Say hi, Jordan.
Hello.
Jordan got brought out to sign me off when the time comes because Bryce needed to take your orders to the post office. That's pretty. That's very pretty. So where is that? There it is. Okay, say hi, Jordan. Ooh. This is that tropical bay cardstock again. And I'm going to put that behind our mermaid on this one because I think that's going to look good. Obviously, in these backgrounds, we could use mirror board. We could use beautiful textured papers like this glimmer. We could use cardstock. We could just put the card faces directly to the cards if we wanted to. Lots of different choices for how to go about doing this. I tend to really like to use an accent color, but yeah, I really like the thinking of you for this one. That's going to be great. Put our cardstock on top and cut around the edge to face our card. And I'm going to trim this just a little bit more on the side so I get a nice even border around it. Sometimes I make multiple trips to my trimmer, but I'd rather do that than have it not turn out the way I want. And what did I do with that thinking of you? I just had it here. I think it was on this one. Sympathy, congratulations, life is good, happy thoughts. Thinking of you. Let's put that on some white. Then we'll border it in another color, maybe. What do you guys think? What are some of your favorite brands of paper to work with? Somebody mentioned G45 a minute ago, and Ciao Bella. This is Ciao Bella. What other brands of papers do you like to work with? What are your faves? Okay, put this off. Got that. This is a little rugged on one side. Hunky dory. Stamperia. I love Stamperia too. In fact, I think we'll have a Stamperia order coming in soon. Graphic 45 and Hunky Dory. Mente. I still haven't been able to get Mente. Actually, I could. I just have to place the order. I did register for a wholesale account. I was hoping one of my regular distributors would carry Mente so I didn't have to meet minimum order requirements for yet another company. But so far they haven't done it, so. Okay, I think maybe we just go ahead and back this in our same backing color. There's a couple others that I really like. I like 49 and Market. I've had a lot of fun this year playing with 49 and Market. Oops. It was wet and I slid it. Oh, that was silly, but I did it. What we're going to do for dinner tonight, have you heard? Maybe we should have it cells.
Yeah. Maybe.
That looks good. Liking that. That's pretty. Pretty. And I think we're going to want a little stickles on maybe her mermaid fin. Maybe the star in her hair.
Do you have any like scale shaped stickers?
Have any what?
Scale shaped stickers?
I don't. Crafter's Companion can have some nice things, that's true. It's somebody made a point up there too. It really depends on what you're doing with. If you're making cards, you have one favorite. If you're making albums, you have a different favorite. I think that's very true. Oh, that's true. We should put some on the orb she's holding, or the pearl. I think it's a pearl, but we should definitely do something with that. I agree. Let's do that. Okay, so let's get that stickles out here. Okay, we got some on the pearl. Let's get a little of this sparkle on her fins. That's pretty. Whoop. That wasn't intentional, but make the most of it. Got a little blob there. But we'll just spread it out over the star. This is really understated, but it's understated and quite beautiful, actually. Let's papers out of the way again. We might want to turn on that globe light up there too. That might help pick up the.
See that? Like I know how to do that. This one maybe? No, this feels like the camera.
Yeah, it is.
This one?
I think so. Yeah. There we go. A little extra light. You don't see too much, but when it's dry, we'll see the stickles on the pearl. Maybe I should put a little on the pearl shell too, though, just to make it a little bit more conspicuous. Let's put a little bit on the shell outside.
Did you put a little bit in her flower?
Excuse me?
Did you put a little bit in her flower?
In her flower?
Like in the middle of it, maybe?
In the flower? That's a pearl shell she's holding.
I'm talking about in her hair.
I already did the whole starfish.
Oh, that's a starfish.
Now, look at my cutouts. Let's see if there's anything we might want to put on the rock. I could put another starfish or something on the rock if we wanted to. Or we could leave it just very understated, and it's really quite serene and quite pretty. So I used that word just now. I think that's a good description. Let's see what it would look like if we added this. If we add this little starfish to the rock just for fun. We should probably put some stickles on that first one that we did with them kissing too. That would look good. It really does look like a thinking of you kind of card, doesn't it? We probably have time for one, maybe two more. I do like the starfish on there, just for interest. I'm not going to pop it up. I'm just going to put it on the rock. Oops.
You could add some wink of Stella by the rocks in the water to make like the water, or make it look like the water is moving.
Yeah. I'll put little stickles to show movement. That's a good idea. That's nice. Okay, I think we're going to quit right there while we're ahead. Okay, maybe one thing. Do we want to put some rhinestones at the top? I don't think we do. I'm kind of really liking the fact that this is so understated.
Oh, yeah. water ripples really sells that for me personally.
That's beautiful. Would you carefully put this on the table for me? Take it from the edge where it's not wet. I'm forever messing them up if I'm left with them. We're going to jazz up her tail on this one too, because I think that looked really pretty. And we'll take a second look at them in a minute. Oh, Jordan, bring them all back before we quit.
Then why did I move them over there?
Because you're keeping us out of them until we're ready to show them again. I will almost inevitably put my arm in it if it's left here. It just happens. It's what I do. How's that for Valentine's card, Jordan?
Spiffy.
Huh?
Spiffy.
Spiffy? I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
Oh, it's a good thing.
Okay. All right, let's put this on the one on the table.
Come on, reach it over.
Let's, now that I'm stickling, I just feel like we need to stickle these first cards too, because it's really adding to the cards that we've done. I love the stickles and the jellyfish. They just make me happy for some reason. There it is. Knew I had a pen here somewhere. See you, Diane. Little stickles on that jellyfish. Little stickles on this jellyfish. Just to kind of draw attention to his. Don't know why this stickles isn't working better. Okay. Uh-oh. Another blob, but I made it work. I'll put a little bit on this one angel. I don't actually know if that's an angelfish. It doesn't have a regular angelfish tail. Looks like an angel otherwise, though. Okay. All right. How many cards do we have over there?
4.
Here's our dressed up version of our first one. That really adds to that. That's much, much better. I do think I want a little bit on the seahorse too. Just stuck my finger in it. Just a little bit on the seahorse. All right. We got about 25 minutes. We'll make one more and then I think we'll call it good. Let's take a look at what we did to this one though. See the little bit of sparkles here and there. That's nice. All right. Okay, let's see. What we got left here we want to do something with. Our idea was Valentine's. We haven't done very many lovey things. We've done mostly sea life because I tend to gravitate oh so strongly to see life because I just love it. Ooh, just as I love that. Okay, we might have to do two. I want this seal. I want to do the seal. I'm going to use the European A6, which is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. Why that odd measurement? Because it's equal to 1/4 of a piece of adorable scoreable. And so you can get more backgrounds for the cards you're making. That's going to be perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. What color background do we want in this one? Do we want a blue? Blue would be nice. Want a red? Do have a little bit of red. Let's go with the blue. These are gorgeous. Just a reminder that Ciao Bella is on sale right now for 50% off. I don't know if you can look at another screen, Jordan, and tell us how much. Can you go to the store without having a problem? Okay, and under Ciao Bella half off sale. We might link Ciao Bella here, just the whole category. And then I want to come back and look at the prices of the Under the Sea collection. We have several different ones in there.
Underwater Love.
Underwater Love, yes.
It is $5.75.
For the 12 by 12, the 12 by 12 Underwater Love is $5.75 for the 12 by 12. And there should be somewhere in here an 8 by 8. And I think an A4. Keep going.
I'm working on it.
Don't forget we have that Sparrow Hill collection, which is just too beautiful and too good a deal for half off. That's crazy.
Oceanic right there. Is that it?
Nope. They're actual pads.
This one?
Nope.
Underwater cards?
Yes, the underwater card. No, that's not. That is rice paper. Luana. There it is. There's the 8 by 8. The 8 by 8 paper pad is $5.75. And the A4 creative pad is $5.75. So if you like these, you're never going to find a better deal than this. It's crazy. He came in one day.
No, I think we misquoted earlier.
I think we did too.
12 is $8.45. What was that other listing?
I don't know. Yeah, the 12 by 12 is $8.45. It used to be $16.89. I'll have to look and see what we grabbed instead. I don't know. There's one. Huh. Oh, I see. There's two 12 by 12s. There's the pattern pack and the full pack. And the pattern pack was $5.75 and the full pack is $8 something. So anyway, yeah, that's how we do it. Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Okay, here's our lovely seal. This is so cute. Uh-oh. A little corner showing there. I don't like that. Maybe I can hide it. Got away with that, okay. I'll show you what I did. Okay. Oh, I love this seal. The seal's so cute. Hi, Mary. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling better. It's good to have you here. Even if it's just for a minute, we still appreciate it. It's a crazy busy time of year, isn't it? Look at this seal. How cute is that? That's adorable. This one, I think, should have that. Where's that one? That live, love, laugh. The seals are cute and funny. Live, laugh, love. What do you think? Or let's see. Let's see.
Hi, baby.
Life is good. Life is good. It's a good one. Let me use that one. It's kind of unexpected. I have a grand puppy that just arrived in.
And yours.
Oh, and mine too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life is good. Where did I find that? There it is.
No, don't stop me. You're not that cute.
Okay, it's a little crooked. I'm going to fix that. And then life. Life is good. That's cute. Life is good. Let's give this a few bubbles. Teddy, did you come see Mama in the shop? Oh, the little one. Where's the little one? The problem is I always want the little ones, and then I run out of the little ones. I like that. Okay. We'll put our bling on. We'll put a little stickles on. And this one's done. And we still have 15 minutes. So let's see what we can finish.
Just because you have 15 minutes technically does
This
not
is
mean
Thursday. It's an hour and a half show.
yeah, does not mean that you have to fill it with another card.
You guys
Just
stop
so
being
you know.
impatient.
I'm not being impatient. I'm just stating facts here, just in case you weren't aware. Just in case. You go with Dad. No, you go with Dad.
Whoop. Shooting jewels across the table.
Ready? Where's Teddy?
All right. While we're working on this, let me remind you that if you haven't already hit a thumbs up, I sure would appreciate it if you do that. YouTube uses the number of thumbs up to determine that people are having a good time and that the video is worth recommending. So I like it when you do that. And for the same reason, after the show is over today, if you wanted to just hang around on this page and refresh the screen after about 30 seconds, it'd be a comment box, and you can leave a comment about our class today. And that's also appreciated for exactly the same reasons. YouTube uses the number of comments, also engaging who they'll recommend. And we can always use more crafty friends. So that would be good. And if you're not a subscriber to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have fun every time we get together, and you don't want to miss a single time. In fact, you can even set YouTube to give you reminders about the fact that we're on, if you'd like to, by using that little bell. So, just a few things for your consideration. Life is good. I like this one a lot. Okay. And then I want to do this one. We needed to do at least one more Valentine's since that was kind of the theme of our show, and I've gotten carried away with my underwater creatures, which I will always do because I love underwater themes. Let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, we can capture that whole scene. The sailor and the mermaid. Let's put, I think we'll just go ahead and use this entire piece. I don't think we'll back this one in anything. We'll just go ahead and make a Valentine out of this one. Thank you, Doris. Sounds like you're enjoying it. I'm happy about that. Okay, putting this right on top here, and then we'll see how much of that total picture we managed to get. I think most of it. Get most of it. It's sticky on my fingers, but there's nothing new about that. Paint on my fingers, sticky on my fingers. It happens. It's what I must do. This is what we get for our card. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, I might have to add a little something somewhere because we didn't border it. I'm feeling like it could maybe use just a little touch of something somewhere. Maybe some corners. Let's see what happens. If I have any corners. I may be out of corners. No, I have some right there. corners. This actually could be really cool. It's bigger than I was thinking, but all right. Corners and borders. Let's consider that. These are smaller. But this could be really dramatic. Let's just see. This might just be too much, you know? It's one of those things, sometimes you just have to try it and see what you think. And it might be too much, but it might not be. I think if it works, it'll be very dramatic looking. And our scene's a little dramatic looking, so they're big corners though. Well, you will find, Doris, that you just won't encounter a nicer group of people anywhere. And our folks who are on this stream have just become great friends. We talk on the phone a lot and email one another, and you know, people have formed some lifelong friendships now, which is pretty cool. And sometimes we're really chatty and sometimes not so much. Sometimes I can tell whether or not people like what I'm doing based on the amount of chat. It's completely saturated with chat that's not related to the crafting that I know. Maybe they don't like this quite so much. But as long as I get an occasional comment here and there, and I know that I'm not just talking to myself, then I think the chat being varied and, you know, you guys developing friendships and discussing life events is a good, wholesome thing. Sometimes we just get so disconnected from people that I think we should take every chance we get to form connections. That's just a personal opinion, but these are some big corners, but I think I'm going to like it. Very dramatic. Oh, look at that. I pulled off two and I only needed one. Oh, well. Come on. I was just telling these guys how you guys are repositionable. Don't make a liar of me. Oh, I do like that. Now we kind of have almost a frame around that. That's pretty. Okay, now try and put this back on the sheet so I can use it a different time. Just amazing what happens with some borders and corners and stickers. And we're going to have to change the color of our Happy Valentine's Day because we used gold corners. Just realized. I could try to make that gold, or I could just acknowledge that I used a different color and go with it. I don't know. This green probably won't go great. Let's just see. You never know how things are going to look. We made this green one before. I think the dramatic frame is fun too, Irene. You know, that's a really big border and corner combination. But I think the picture's dramatic enough to pull it off. I don't know, guys. What do you think of the green? I don't dislike the green. I think we could stand to have a little fish or something in our picture, maybe. Do we want that? Or do we just want to go with it and maybe just add a little stickles? Okay. Let's just put the stickles on. I'm not seeing anything. I'm just feeling the need to add. Put the stickles on it and we'll see where we are. I also really like in this picture the fact that it has the compass in the picture. What do you guys think? Are we done or should we put anything else on it? Put a red heart with stickles by the day. I probably have a red heart. Let's see. Let's see what we've got on that sticker sheet. And the word stickers, I think there might be a heart or something there. Here. So, get a red pen. I have a heart right here. I just stuck my finger in the stickles. See? You guys, I can't be trusted, not even for a minute. Darn it. And let's fix it. Kind of smeared it a little bit there, but we'll fix it up as best we can. So that little line under there, that little swishy line will kind of just look like water movement when it dries. There we go. I think we're done. Let's see what we made today, Jordan. Can you just bring them over two at a time? Okay, so we have our very dramatic Lovey. We have our parrots. I love our parrots. Parrots make me happy. Parrots thank you card. Liking that a lot. Here we have our Get Better Quick with the bright orange border. Got 6 cards done tonight. That's a good number for a Thursday. Here's our happy birthday. Oops. Down here where you can see it. Our happy birthday card. We have our thinking of you. This is still one of my favorites, actually. Our thinking of you. What an eclectic group of cards we got. And here's our happy Valentine's Day. Kissing in the water. There we go. 6 cards in 2 hours and 2 minutes. This has been Underwater Love from Ciao Bella. Ciao Bella collections are on sale for half price right now. And look at all the fun you can have. And there is so much material left here. You can easily do another 6 cards. So that is quite a value when you consider that's going to be 5 something for your papers. And you can make a dozen cards out of it. So that's great. Great. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom that they would like to share? Anybody? Oh, I did tell you we were going to take a very quick look. Oh, you know what? We had 7. Because we also had the seal. I did tell you we would take a really quick look at the pansies. And we'll do that. This is what's coming up on Saturday. It's our pansies. Last week, we made the little pansy flowers. And this week, we're going to set them in the backgrounds and make our backgrounds. These are by Heartfelt Creations. We're using pearlescent watercolors on ours. This one here was done with colored pencils and watercolor pencils. And I just liked it enough I didn't want to cover it up with the pearlescent ones. But you can see we can get some really dramatic and beautiful effects with the pearlescence. So we'll be back on Saturday. You are more than welcome, my friends. Thank you guys for being there and for being our loyal customers and for giving me the chance to do what I love. So we'll be back on Saturday with these. In the absence of questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, I'm going to go ahead and say, good night, Gracie.